All right, so I just wanted to present some different fuel and cooking setups. This is a liquid fuel system. It uses denatured alcohol, and this homemade stove, some aluminum cross pieces, very light, maybe an ounce, and this is made out of pop can. You can look up the instructions how to make it on YouTube. And you just add some denatured alcohol in here. We've had some troubles with it leaking. I don't know that I would, it would be my first choice for backpacking, but it works. And this cross member can hold a pot or a cup for cooking water, and of course we'll probably be cooking water on this backpacking trip, unless you really want to cook over an open flame, like a rice dinner or something like that. You can get these at these cups, Cascade or by Mart.
Or online, right?
Or online, yeah. Our next liquid fuel is going to be a propane butane mixture. You can get these at Walmart or Cascade. This is kind of a large size. You can get smaller ones, and this connection is different than your typical Coleman propane connection. And Sarah and I have used this stove, well, a few of these stoves for about, I don't know, 15 years now, and they're pretty light. Combined, it's not so light if you account for the weight of the fuel and the stove, but very easy setup. So Sarah, if you can just show, open up the valve, you can hear the fuel flowing, and this has a self-starter. Great way to heat up water very quick. Along those lines, this is another system that uses the same type of fuel. And by the way, you can get these containers in a smaller size. And this sits on top of that fuel. The key is that you try to get whatever system you decide upon soon. Oh, that's already turned on. And have the chance to go and try it out a couple of times in the yard. Before the camp out. And this sets up like so on top of here. There are many systems. This is a fairly inexpensive backpacking system that I got at Cascade, but certainly is one of the more expensive ways to go. And not necessary by any means. So we're gonna turn the fuel on the same way with this valve, and then self-starting switch. We've got a system here that allows for air inflow and a very efficient way of cooking food. It locks in here. If you have water in here, this will boil water in a minute, very quick. Very safe. And so there are a few liquid fuel options. Okay, so those liquid fuel systems, this one of course is very inexpensive, but the other ones are, this was $20. And then the other one that I just showed you was, I think $60 to $70. So we're gonna show you something a lot lighter and a lot cheaper. So this is this is a solid fuel heat cell, food warmer, and you'll have to have some kind of something to set the pot on, or else it'll cook the, yeah, it's basically a candle, but it can cook water. Very simple. Another good option is a setup like this. This is, I've never used this for camping, but you could use it for camping. I only say that because there are lighter setups than this. And this came in an emergency preparedness kit, like so, very light. It weighs about 10 ounces, and you could stick that in your son's backpack and have no worries about him getting there and cooking his food. So,
what are these called?
So this is a solid fuel stove, backpacking stove, if you search for it on Amazon. And these are the solid fuel tablets. I don't want to open that up. I have another solid fuel tablet that will work just fine. And so you would, for this particular system, you'd need a pot that's a little bit bigger. And you will need a pot, by the way. It doesn't have to be a big pot. This is, of course, a lot bigger than you would need for one person. You could use it. I use it when I go camping with the kids, and I'm going to send a link. Yeah, it does stink, but I'll send a link for a solid fuel stove like this, only a lot lighter and a lot more compact. And it's very cheap. This would be something that you could get into for $10 as opposed to $20, $30, or $100, like with the butane propane mixture stoves. And of course, we're gonna need something to cook inside of, cook water inside of, a pot, something like that. You can get all of those things locally at Bi-Mart or Cascade, online of course, by searching for backpacking cookware. And they will need utensils. All you need is one utensil, a fork or a spoon, maybe a fork and a spoon, and they're going to be cleaning it by licking it off. If they cook their food by rehydration, then all they have to do is cook water. They don't have to clean up anything. The cleanup is very convenient, and I will send some more videos about some meals in freezer plastic bags.